eat, drink, and if you are like that, then physically you stand like a man, but psychologically you are a what? Tiryang. Have you all understood that? Because that's what the way you are thinking. You're thinking like an animal. You stand like a man, but you think like a animal. Swamiji, today I came to know that I have those type of tendencies. No. You know, this is very, very interesting. All of us have the mind, the body, the mind, and the intellect, right? What is the role that they have to play in our life? This is what I'm trying to explain to you. Now, the philosophy of every body is what? It wants comfort, it wants happiness. It wants, khao piyo maja karo. That's the goal of everybody. Saint, sinner, doesn't matter who it is. Everybody wants what? Maximum comfort. And therefore, when people come into the hall also, they first see, the corner seats are always filled first. Have you seen that? Easy to get out. But someone else will want to get in and all. Why should I bother? That's their problem. Isn't it true? So the body is like that. The least amount of... It's so funny. People come for walks. Or they go to the gym for a workout. So they drive up to the health club and they want the parking as close to the gate of the health club. They are going inside for what? Exercising. The funny thing is, but they want the parking as, why? You go a little far and exercise. No, inside the and outside they can't. Is it true or not? So funny. I tell you, if you look at your life now, you can only laugh and laugh about it. Have you noticed all these things we do? Anyway, so the body, every body, what about it? What's its goal? Khao piyo maja karo. It wants to have a great time. Everybody. Now, the intellect in everyone, no exception. Sinner, saint, it doesn't matter who. In every one of us, the intellect always tells us what is right, what is wrong. It's the voice of conscience, whatever you want to call it. Say, don't do this. Do this. I think it's bad. Better not. It's not going to be good. This is the voice, and it's there for every one of us, no exception. It always tells you what's right or wrong. As I said, no, there's a chatterbox right now talking along with me. What she says doesn't make sense. Or it makes a lot of sense. Whatever it is, right now you are this. So, the body and the intellect. And between the two, we have this wonderful thing called mind. Now, supposing it happens like that the body says, do something, and the intellect says, yes, then the mind is very happy and everything happens fine. The body says, do something, and the intellect says, no. The body says, smoke. The intellect says, no. Now, the veto power is with the mind. Why give someone else's examples? I'll give my own example. I love fried food, right? So the body says what? What? Come on. Fried food. Bata ka vada. Chalo. And the intellect says, Ajay Sanjana lectures se mari jais tu. Don't. Your voice will go off. You'll have problems. Don't. The body says yes. The intellect says no. Now, veto power is with the mind. Whatever the mind says will happen. Have you got this point? Whatever. Because then it becomes majority. You got the point? Now, if you've understood this, supposing the mind says, chalo na, kya hota hai, so what? And I tell you, people will always help you with this decision. If I say, they will say, Swamiji, you eat na, my husband is a doctor, he'll give you medicine. What does it matter? How? First you spoil your health, then I will give you medicine. What does it matter? You eat na. This is the time to eat. And after all, you're eating in the afternoon, you're talking in the evening. You can do saltwater gargles. You can do this, you can do that. But you first spoil your throat. You get it? So, now supposing you say, okay, I'm going to eat it. And then I have, soup bataka vada. મોઢામાં પાણી નથી આવતું? And now, the intellect doesn't come and side with this. The intellect remains apart and says, I'm telling you no. I am telling you no. And 95%, what do we say? Shut up. Let me enjoy. Get out from the scene. Let me enjoy. Is it true or not? Let me enjoy. Don't worry. You don't trouble me. ખાવા દો ને પાછા આવા ક્યારે મળે? Let me have. No. It doesn't side this. It just remains apart. And then what happens? You have it. And then you have a bad throat. It's paining, everything. And that time, the intellect gets a little bit of what? Strength. And because till that time, just shut up. So it keeps us quiet. And then when this throat comes, the intellect says, I told you so. What did I tell you? And at that time, if someone from outside tells you, Swamiji, you should not have eaten, you get very mad at them. Have you noticed? I know it. I shouldn't have eaten. Why are you telling me? Come on now. You put it. Isn't it true? Kids, the body says, let's go for a party. The intellect says, no, you better study. It's your exam and all that. Don't go for the party. Forget this party. There'll be another party. No. The body says, I forget it. I'm going for a party. And then the mind says, okay, party. And then what happened? You don't study. And then next day what happens? You give an exam. You don't fare well. And then you fail. And then the mummy is always waiting. Anyway, she's told 100 times, if you don't study, you're going to fail. If you don't study, you're going to fail, etc. And when you actually fail, the mother never keeps quiet. And I told you, main tane kahyun tu? And when the mother says that, the child gets angry and says, I know it, don't tell me anything. Is it true, no? All of you have these scenes 100 times. Not just outside, happens in your own mind all the time. Every person who drinks regularly or irregularly, every day morning, he says, today I won't drink. Yes or no? Every morning, even though they know that they are going to drink, morning, so you will say, I will not drink. બહુ બધા માથા આમ થાય છે ઓડિયન્સમાં. Every day morning, the intellect is in this, because that's when it's clear. The intellect is working perfectly fine early in the first thing in the morning. Especially with the headache around, it already says, I told you, and today you're not going to drink. Today, of course, I am not going to drink. Today, no question. Today is going to be the day. I am not going to drink. I am not going to drink. I am not going to drink. By 12 o'clock in the afternoon, what? Mind has taken over. By 4 o'clock, drink. And by 6 o'clock, what? Swamiji, it's not that I want to drink. The bottle is calling me. The bottle says, come. Once. You understand? So what has happened? You're understanding this. This is what is called a disintegrated personality. This is what is called a disintegrated personality. The mind and the body on one side, the intellect on the other side. The intellect never comes together. It always stands apart and says, no, this is not right, this is not right. But sometimes this voice has been so much suppressed, it almost feels as though it doesn't exist. But it is there. It is silent. Because it's been told to shut up so often that it cannot this, but it is very much there. But on the other hand, if you say, okay, no batata vada, doesn't matter. After the yajna is over, the last day, please batata vada, okay? Oh, fine. So the batata vada is there. I mean, not you don't have it, and the body by itself is inert. It has no will and wish of its own. So it says, okay, if you don't want, that's your problem. Now it comes together, and this is what is called an integrated personality. Are you all with me? This is so important. Most of us have a divorce in our personality. You understand? This mind and intellect, which should be happily married together, are what? Can you imagine if you have an opposition party in your party? There it happens, no? There's infighting in the party, and that's worse than the